Hi, welcome to another episode of Atkins Diet Misconceptions, and this week's episode comes out of comments again. One of the comments that I received was, that's all fine and dandy that you're saying this, but it's all anecdotal evidence. Who are you to say this? Are you a doctor? And that goes to the heart of my argument, is that where do I come out of speaking in all my videos? Am I actually a doctor? Should I be giving any sort of medical advice on how to lose weight? And first I want to say this up front, not a doctor. If you have concerns about your health, if you're going to start a new weight loss plan, maybe you should see a doctor. Maybe you should evaluate whether or not you should go low carb with your doctor. Maybe there are specific things in your background, such as kidney problems, that would prevent you from doing a diet like the Atkins diet. However, for most people, 95% of people, there is no problem with going on the Atkins diet because they don't have a medical history that would prevent such. But that goes to the other half, the other side of the coin of what their argument is. Well, if you were a doctor, there's no way you would support the Atkins diet. If you were a doctor, there's no way you would do a ketogenic diet. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The growing medical establishment is coming more around to seeing the benefits of a low-carb lifestyle. Everyone in the past has seen the benefits for some kids with epilepsy for being on a ketogenic diet to control their seizure activity by using lower carb level to control their brain function. Even the American Diabetes Association is now suggesting that perhaps a low-carb approach since 2008, they proclaim it's effective for weight loss. Perhaps not far enough in terms of what Atkins might suggest himself, but it's certainly a growing, at least they're not actively discouraging it anymore. The American Heart Association, for their part, this year, for instance, said that most Americans should cut out 70% of the added sugars or the refined sugars within their diet from what they're currently eating. Well, that's potentially not a low-carb approach. However, it does get to seeing that the inflammation that the sugars in one diet can indeed cause problems within one muscle tissue. Mary Ross Vernon was recognized as runner-up for the Diabetes Educator of the Year award more than once. Richard Feynman is one of the #1 diabetes educators in the world, or researchers on diabetes. And there are countless studies that have come out regarding the efficacy of the Atkins diet approach. So, are we out here in an anecdotal wilderness in which we're simply going out on our own and leaving the medical establishment behind ourselves? No, there's more doctors out there willing to support the low-carb lifestyle than ever before. Jimmy Moore has a list of low-carb doctors that are willing and actively supporting low-carb approach to weight loss, as well as for other medical reasons. So we're not out here on our own. Pay attention to the studies. The studies are proving us right. There's just a battle of the diet study that showed to this vegetarian researcher that the low-carb approach was actually easier to get to stick to than the low-fat approach or the Dean Ornish approach. So there is science behind what we're doing, and it is there to support your activities. So never feel scared of what science may say about the low-carb approach, because evaluate the studies for yourself. See if the studies are applicable to what you're actually improving. Sometimes those low-carb studies are actually not so very low-carb. Or sometimes those low-carb studies are studying something that are not necessarily analogous or not necessarily causative to the results that they may be portraying. Pay attention. Scientists may not always have it right. I hope this reaches everyone in good health, and have a good day, guys. Bye.
Athletes, ready, go! And they're underway. This is the 8th annual Des Moines Marathon. A record turnout this morning. You're looking terrific. Look at those Van Meter Industrial Pace Team leaders. They're going at it. You're 30 seconds in.
Hey, Emily! Emily, go!
I got the CEO of IMT up here on the stage here. He's watching you. He's getting ready for his race. Over 6,600 athletes out here this morning. I know you won't believe me, but the sun is shining right now. If you look back at the saver, you'll see the sun is on the building.
Grooving on a one-night stand, then everything around me got to start to feel low. Then I decided quickly to just go down and check out the show. They were dancing and singing and moving to the grooving, and just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy."
Cat!
Hey, you!
You
There,
need to-
that's what I needed. Thank you!
Thankfully he didn't cause any.